Alright. You go to start your lawnmower and boop, break the pull cord. I've done pull cord retying once on the tail end of another video, but I'm just going to do just a video of just a pull cord. So just another pull cord video. Let me move the camera around. This is on a Kohler single cylinder. This is coming off of a Skag 30-inch finish cut mower. There's other videos of that mower. It's been temperamental, so finally get it working and break the pull cord. I've replaced the pull cord a couple of times, but now it's just so short that you can't get a good pull out of it anymore. So on these, you just pull the soft rubber apart to get the harder plastic piece. Focus. So you get the easy pull part out. And, oh, of course, you get a knot in the end of it. Really, come on. So depending on the size of the engine, depends on the rope's diameter. So like two-stroke and smaller engines have a thinner rope, kind of like this Kohler has. And I have pull rope that's like general purpose. And as you can see, there's a size difference. Focus, come on. Whoop. As you can see, there's a size difference. I don't like the smaller diameter rope for a whatever you want to call this. Come on, brain, get with me. Really, can't think here. For a walk-behind mower, depending on what the manufacturer picks, they just kind of throw it together. It's kind of been what's going on with a lot of manufacturing is, here are the parts, make it work, and, there you go, that's all I want to hear, and blah, 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 blah. So, anyways, we'll just get on with it. So I had to modify the housing. Now, where the paint's missing, because this engine, the way that it's mounted, you're pulling on an angle, so the rope rubs right here where the paint's gone, or the powder coating, whatever you want to call it. Because you have to pull on an angle because they didn't align it right so that you could just do a straight pull. So when I drilled it out so that I could fit the larger diameter rope that I have, I tried to smooth it out as best I can so that the rope doesn't fray as much, which is my other issue. Is you use the same rope and it's not aligned right, so you're going to wear through the rope even faster, which is what the problem has been. But now since it starts better, hopefully it's going to work better. So then also I had to enlarge this hole for the thicker rope as well. So everybody has a rope video. I do it when I'm like, duh, I can't remember. So I bring it around, get my alignment for where the full extent end of the rope lines up with the exit hole. So that's where I start. So I like to also have a little tension on it too, because what I mean is like right now I let go of it, it'll go back a little bit. So get a little tension on it, line it up, and I go once, twice. That's 3 times. You want to think we can do 4? 4. Maybe 5? You want to try 5? Yeah? It's a YouTube video. Let's go stupid. 6? Think we can do 6? Alright. Over the years, I have found out to take a screwdriver, whatever size fits through the fins. Make sure it's a long one. Fit it through where it's going to hold pretty much the alignment that you want. And then I like to juggle. That's a fancy way of saying I sometimes drop things. So I put vice grips on there. So if I drop it, it's less likely to lose it, have it spin out. Because on older machines, I had an older Bergerson Stratton that I used to always have to restring. And depending on how it would spring back, the spring inside would become unhooked. Then you had to play around with taking it off and then doing the whole, does the refrigerator light stay on? When does it turn off? And you're, looking through the side of it to get the spring hooked on. So you got that like little narrow gap. You're trying to hook it on there and then start to do it. This is where I learned to do this so that it wouldn't spring back and then the spring pops off and then you have to mess around with it to get it realigned. That's why I do it. Now here comes a very difficult part. If you want to swear, swear. If you feel like you don't have to, good for you. That's to get the rope in and through. So now I did modify this. Hopefully I got this in camera here. Now, you know what? No editing on that one. I got it through on the first shot. Woo! There you go. Usually if it was a harder time, I say use a pick. If you have the screwdriver pick set or the dental toolkit picks that you use for scraping or little parts and stuff. And then I have some micro long pliers to try to work the rope through. But since I enlarged these holes, especially this one, for the larger diameter rope, for whatever reason, it worked fine. Whatever, we're going to roll with it. There you go. But if you need to, use a pick to help guide it through. Use pliers or take like electrical tape, tape the end, and then make leave a long untaped section of it and roll it up so that it's threading a needle. You have a very small long piece of the electrical tape to feed through, and then you can grab that electrical tape and pull it through, and then you have the end. So pull it through. I just make a single loop. This is going to be hard to do holding it in front of the camera. I might have to take it away and bring it back. Hold on. I just do a single knot. There might be other ways to do it. That's just how I do it. And I pull really hard. Think about pull, start, come on, start, pull as hard as you can. If you need be, get somebody else to pull it. Hold one end and you pull on the other to set that knot, because you don't want it to come apart. There we go. Set it. I take a little torch. Where's the torch? I take a little torch and I burn the frayed ends and the knot. I burn it all, let it melt a little, just so that it doesn't pull apart as easy anymore. And also keep the frayed ends out of the way. Hopefully I'm keeping this in view here. you just melt the fibers a little bit, let the knot get even harder. Again, test pull, make sure that darn thing won't come out. Depending on your engine and the way that you pull it, like this, you pull it from the handles, and you have, because of the bolt pattern, you don't have any other way to rotate it. On some engines, like trying to think here, like Hondas, you can redo the Honda mount so that, depending on if you're right-handed, left-handed, angle it so that you can easily pull it. You can rotate theirs around so that it's, the rope is at different angles for you. I think Toro's residential 30, it's off to the side, but you pull start it at the engine. You're not pull starting it from the handle. Most 21s you're pulling it from the handle. Some of them you can pull it right from the engine, and they don't have the rope going to the handles. So if you can, just adjust it so that it's easy for you to pull. On these, could they have rotated the engine sideways? Maybe, but it is what it is. If they could have had this, this is Kohler's doing. This is just their sticker for Skag. Whew. Wow. If they had thought about it, like have it where if they had the rope pull come out here, it would have been easier for the Skag mower. But whatever, it is what it is. They buy the engine to use it. But I have a reel of starter cord that, as you can see, it used to be all the way out to the edge of the cardboard here. That's how many times I've used it. So I've gone in 6 times. So let's see the moment of truth, how much we can fit on here, since this is a different diameter rope. Take out all the things to hold it, and now let it slowly feed in. The other thing is the rope stretches, so it will get thinner, but since we're using a larger diameter, it won't fit as well onto the pull start. It is what it is. I'm getting hung up here. I think that's all we're gonna get, because I don't know how well it's loaded. And again, we're using a different size rope, so we're only going to be able to use so much. So how many turns is that going to give us? Starting at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 turns. It should be enough. Again, doing this a little different than stock. Hopefully it doesn't rub too much. Let's just fit a little bit more in there. Am I staying in the frame of the camera? I know some purists might be like, "Oh God, you used a different rope." Any port in a storm. it should be. I can understand like a string trimmer, any leaf blower. I can understand using a small diameter rope. I get it because they're small. But any 4-stroke, lawnmower and stuff like that. Like, come on, just use one standard size for the big stuff. One size for string trimmers. Leaf blowers, maybe go between the two. But that's just me. Alright, so now this also goes on for the handle. Come on. So I'm going to leave myself a little bit of rope. I'm going to drop that. And then, oh, yeah. Let me be right back. I don't have anything to cut the rope. Alright, I just cut the end of the rope. I may have to... oh, no. Sorry, I am terrible at keeping this in frame. I didn't know if I would have to cut the rope to fit the handle on here. There we go. Just for size comparison, this little keeper, focus, this little keeper was on the other rope, and that's a much thicker rope. So obviously I'm not going to use that. It might have been their little thing to put on here, but we're just going to go without it. Like I was saying, a string trimmer, I can see that you don't have. Feed it through. I can see that you have a smaller diameter rope, but then after that, just stick with one size, not this. Well, it's this size, and then it's that size, and then it's this size, and then it's that size. Just stick with one size. None of this. Well, this size, that size. That's ridiculous. You got to carry all these different sized ropes. It's like 2-stroke engine mixes. This mix, that mix, this mix, that mix. You have all these cans of different mixed fuels. It's like y'all can't just get on one thing. Anyways, enough of a rant. Make another knot. Depending on your machine, might be depending on what your pull handle is, but always remember to put the pull handle together before you tie the knot. On the rope, not tie the knot in another context there. Remember that. So this is going to hopefully fit in there. Again, pull it now so that it doesn't pull apart. When you're trying to start it and then you're just like, I am done with this. And let's burn the rope. Oh, out of frame. Turning on the little torch. Don't burn your fingers. I don't know how well it shows up, but it's a little melted. Focus. Not even the camera wants to play today. So, there you go. Squish it in. Depending on your pull handle, it might be totally different, or you could go full custom and make your own little pull handle if you want to. And oops. I'm fine with that little bulge. I don't care. And there you go. I have the pull end extra to go to the handle, and there's the part that goes on the machine. Always just want to make sure that this works right, because you have these little dogs that, let me just pull, you have the little dogs out that get hook on, and that's what connects to, connects to turn the motor, the engine over right there. Make sure those are working. Hopefully yours didn't totally fall apart. If it did, I didn't cover it in this video because I didn't have to. Just another rope tying video, just another thing. If anything, if one tip helps you during a frustrating moment, I'm glad to help. So, there you go. Pull rope start. This is on a Skag 30. Hopefully it works for you. If need be, you could always drill it out for larger rope. Instead of using some little tiny rope for whatever reason, we have to have 5 different types of rope. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Have fun.